Kakadosh Boker Or. Yesterday, if you remember, we went through the entire Ramah. And the Ramah, page 14, right? We went through the entire Ramah. Yeah? Come here, Eran, over here. Yeah? We went through the entire Ramah. And when we were speaking about the Ramah, yeah, we actually were able to go through very interesting halachot. We brought down a double halacha. What was the double halacha exactly? The double halacha was, right, as follows. Right? The double halacha was that a double machloket, that according to Shitat Maran, the second that I have a business, so you cannot stop me opening up another business, even though I would have said that you're causing me more noise, more traffic, more parking, more smell, more balagan, doesn't matter. Right? That is Shitat Maran. The second that you have, for example, a school, I can open up another school beside you. The second you have a bakery, this, that. You can't. I mean, you can't say no. I only had enough for traffic for one school, but it's too much for two, or too much parking. I've got too little parking. There's already one mall. I can't have a second mall. The second that you opened up the door in your vicinity, in order to have one of the whatever it is that you're having exactly, whether it's malls, stores, whatever it is, tailor, anything. So therefore, you cannot stop them because of the noise. That's going to be number one. The Rama argues, and the Rama says that you could stop them. And he says the fact that you're going to say, I don't want another one because it's already too much. Right? So the truth is, we did speak about our area, and we said there's one school in Bay Harbor Islands, there's a mall in Bal Harbor, and there's restaurants and synagogues in Surfside. So I said, what happens now if I'm going to open up another mall in Surfside? So they could stop me. Right? They could stop me. Why? It's a different city. But if I wanted to open it up in Bal Harbor, so according to Maran, you cannot stop me because the fact that there's already a mall there, you cannot stop me the fact that I want to open up another mall. Or the same thing with a school in Bay Harbor Islands, or the same thing with everything else. However, though the Rama argues and says yes. Why? Already one mall already gives us headaches, right? Until today, and every single day we have headaches from this mall, right? Whether it's going to your house or going anywhere, always traffic, always balagan, always this, because of this one mall. So if it's because of that, so therefore, obviously, right, you could stop them. That is the first machloket between Maram and Rama. Second machloket, yes.
By the way, all this construction is paid by
like this. So now the second topic says another machloket Maram Rama. We already came and we spoke about a concept which is competition. So we said that according to Maran, right, can you come and can you compete or not? So mitzad competition, right, there's no problem whatsoever that as long as they come and they pay for the taxes of the city, they could compete. Right? Why? Because the second that they pay the taxes of the city, they consider that they're bnei Ayid, right? And once they're the people of the city, so they could compete. The Rama brings down the Tosafot that we learned inside, if you remember. The Rama says, even though he could come into Miami and start opening up whatever it is that he's doing, and it's going to be a competition to everything else, I could push him away from my mavui. I could push him away from my neighborhood. And the reason why is because he's not paying the taxes in my neighborhood. So therefore it's in Miami. So you're right. He's got a green light in Miami. But I could say, listen, you're going to compete against me. I don't want you to compete against me. I'm in Surfside. You want to open up a bingo or whatever it is. So you know what? Do it in Aventura. And the people in Aventura could come and say, no, listen, we already have, whatever stores here. So do it in West Texas. And if there's nobody in West Texas, then perfect. And if there is, so then they could push them off. Meaning that the license is only giving you a license in Miami. But I could push him away from my mavui. Because since it's my mavui, and he's not part of my mavui, so therefore it doesn't help. Another interesting thing that the Rama brought down, so that's a machloke maram v'rama. Another interesting thing that the Rama says is this that we said about paying the taxes of the city, that's only if he's already paying the tax of the city. But if he wants to pay the tax of the city in order to open up shop, so then you could force him to rent a place. Meaning it's not just enough to pay the taxes, you could force him to come and to rent out a place. Okay? Until here we're clear? Yes? Very good. We're going to do now the Igrot Moshe. The Igrot Moshe is found on page 17. Yes. So let's start. Binyan yoreh lumanut chavero. We're talking about yoreh lumanut chavero. Remember, that's the term for competition. You're going down to your friends' business practices, meaning that you're going to come, you're going to do competition. So Yodadar Rishon Tafshin Kafhe. So we're talking about many, many years ago. This is 1965. Okay? So Lerav Echad, to a rabbi. Hine. Yeah, Bedavar, Atuta, he comes and he says, Shaya ben Reuven. We're talking about now that there was different ta'anot between Reuven and Shimon and his mother Leah to do with Yoreh L'umanut Chavero. Reuven היה לו חנות של ספרים תשמישי קדושה. He went and he had a book. Usually it's Judaica stores. By the way, the Judaica stores is very much like that because usually they don't have enough for the competition. If it's going to be restaurants and people are coming from the outside, that's one thing. But Judaica store, nobody's going to come to Miami to go to a Judaica store.
Because people buy online.
Yeah, they buy online. Or even if at the time there was no online, right? It was not online now, right? Once upon a time, right?
כל התמונות והחנוכיות, הם עושים על זה כסף טוב.
But even if you're going to tell me that it was not because of the online or yes on the line, because in 1965, I don't know if they had online, right? But what they did have, and that's what's very important is that I would not go somewhere else in order to buy, meaning like this, unless it's going to be crazy cheap. It doesn't make sense that I'm going to go to, imagine right now I'm going to go to Texas. You think I'm going to go to a Judaica store and buy something from a Judaica store in Texas? New York, the prices are always much cheaper than here just because of the volume of Jews and everything. So then, right? So then it makes sense. But if it's going to be that, it doesn't make sense. So therefore, usually the Judaica stores are not able to survive without it. So here it says, listen, you had a chanut of Sfarim Tashmishe Kedusha from Tavshin Yud Zayin. Yeah, so this is 17, this is 67, 1967, right? Sorry, even, right, 1967. So what happens is as follows, yeah? What? Now he says like this, ועתה, שכר שמעון חנות סמוך לו, ורוצה גם כן לפתוח חנות של ספרים תשמישי קדושה. So somebody wants to come, and he wants to open up a competing store, right in front. Yeah, fine. וכאשר בשכונתם אין באפשרות להחזיק שני חנויות של ספרים תשמישי. So he says, in their neighborhood, they can never survive two stores of ספרים stores. It's just impossible. וכן התברר לי, right? And it's also מתברר לי, על ידי אנשים, right, משם יודעים מזה, that they understand, that they can't survive. So basically what he's trying to say is, listen, I already have my store. You want to open up a convenience store, it's just impossible.
If it closes them down.
כן, אבל... So he says, לכן, יצא מאיתי, it comes out from what we were saying, איך שיש בזה האיסור שיורד לאומנות חברו, ואסור לשמעון לפתוח חנות בשכונה זו לספרים תשמישי קדושה. So he says it's asur for him to open up shop. אבל ראובן צריך לשלם לשמעון מה ששילם כבר בעד החנות. But he has to pay, he has to basically pay. Let's say I went and I already put for rent. Right? Let's say put up for rent or whatever it is. So he had to pay rent. So the other one has to pay him for his rent. וכן צריך לקבל החנות הזכורה לו, שעולה $90 לחודש. That was $75 a month. Right? Listen, it's a yeah? Yeah? It's not a punishment.
Even in Gaza it costs shit more.
Well, that's nowadays. What do you want? From 2025 to 1965, there's a lot of years. 1965.
60 years? $75? Probably like 2,005. $5,000. No way.
Yeah. ושכר זה על משך שנה שמהיום שייכת חנות לראובן, והוא ישלם המותר לבעל החנות, and he has to pay to לבעל החנות. וכמובן שאסור לשמעון למסור החנות לאחרים בין לקרב בין לרחוק. So he can't come and start, giving the store to somebody, to make it closer or further away. ואם יש לו כבר שותף על מה שעשה עד עתה, now what happens if he's got a שותף? גם כן הוא הדין, it's the same הלכה with him. אף שלא היה בכאן, even though he's not here to give his טענות, ולא יכול לבטל פסק דין זה. You can't be מבטל this פסק דין. ודנתי בדין זה אחרי שסמכו עליי. Now, I'm passing this הלכה because they were סומך on me. No, they were סומך on me, meaning that since they came, now, this is not a bedin. There's a Moshe finds it by himself. But the fact that they were somech on him to do the arbitration agreement, so therefore, this is the psak that he's giving, but it's on Shamatom.
If he goes according to Torah, why does it tell?
So, If you look in the footnote, you have it there. Yeah, יש לך את זה למטה. Everyone look at the bottom. איגרות משה חושן משפט, חלק ב', סימן ל"א, הגאון רב משה פיינשטיין, הכריע שבמקום שנוגע לפיסוק חיות לגמרי, יש בזה איסור אפילו לברמתה. רק עשה פשרה שצריך להחזיר לשני את הוצאותיו. What does that mean? Nowadays, we never paskin the halacha exactly like the way that it is halacha. We always do pshara karov ledin. Pshara karov ledin means that we come, and let's say, for example, we have an argument. And we come, we say like this, they go back and forth. So therefore, they come and they say, first of all, what's halacha? So the halacha, let's say, for example, is that you're going to be chayav, let's say, $8,000. Right? Stam, I give you I threw out a number, $8,000. Now, that's the chiyuv mitzadadin. If you would have been patur, you would have been zero. So in order to make a pshara, karov ladin, I'll come and I'll bring you down maybe to 6 or to 5,000.
But not 4.
No, because that's not karov ladin. That's not close to the din. It has to be close to the halacha. So nowadays, all the batedinim, whether it's in Israel or in the diaspora, this is the way that they are posek, which means that they don't paskin exactly like the halacha. They always do a pshara karov ladin. Obviously, one reason is because that means everybody comes out happy. Because obviously the winner comes out happy because he knows that the halacha was like him. But mitzad sheni, the loser does not lose everything. So therefore, it's close to the halacha, but it's a pshara, it's a compromise at the end of the day. When it's a compromise, you don't feel that you're a loser because at the end of the day, you didn't lose everything. You know, it was something close to the halacha, but that's called pshara karov ladin. But here, right, what it doesn't say in the Hebrew is what it says in the English, right? Where does this halacha come from? So if you look in the English, look on the left side, it says, Moshe Feinstein invokes the Aviasaf. You remember that we learned the Aviasaf, which was on page 15, yeah? And the Aviasaf was brought out in the Patash, in the Pitrei Tshuva on page 16, where the Aviasaf comes and he gives you a new halacha. When do we come and we say that you're allowed to come and to do competition and open up according to Rav Huna Bered of Yeshua in the same city? Only if I'm going to minimize your profits, but I'm not going to close you down. But if I open up and by opening up, I cause you to close down, what happens is that it's actually prohibited for me to open shop. Now we gave the example, right, of